YouTube. It's time to get dangerous with, well, something else I'm going to try to do. I'll think of a catchy name for this later, but I think once a week I'm going to post, not even like just a rant video, but like a talking video. Either about maybe the Pokemon metagame, things that are happening currently, just things that I think would kind of show how I am as a person, because you guys get to hear me narrate. When I narrate, I'm not going to lie, I do watch what I say. I attempt to stay on that line of criticism, but also being nice. I mean, like, there have been obviously videos where somebody make a stupid play, and I'm not going to call it on them. I'll call it on myself, but that's just how I am. So, yeah. I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. I'm doing this in one take, so I'm going to I think I'm just going to start off with my opinions on something, and I think my main opinion is going to have to be on why I like Pokemon. Why I like Pokemon over things like Yu-Gi-Oh! And other games. And I'd have to say the metagame. The metagame of Pokemon is so diverse. I mean, it's so different and yet so simple. And I'm going to try to start, like, maybe having these a little more scripted out, so sorry if this seems like a rough cut. In the Pokemon metagame, what I love about it is you have, I don't know the number, it's like 600 plus Pokemon you can use. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be good, but there's still always an option of Pokemon you can use, and I think that's amazing. Like, for example, if I wanted to, I could have a team with, like, 6 starters, or 6 evolutions, or I have so many options. But when games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that, if you want to win, you gotta meta deck, you gotta play the good stuff. A lot of games are like that it's pretty much, this works now, this doesn't, this beats that. Alright, in Pokemon, yeah, we do counter, like, think about Scarf Trance, Scarftar, you know, we made things that would only work well because of this Pokemon destroying the metagame. But there were still always different things you could do. Alright? I mean, 6 Pokemon, 4 moves on each. I don't know the technical math behind that. I mean, you'd have to do a lot of calculations. But there are thousands and thousands and thousands of different things you can do with 6 different Pokemon and 4 different moves on each. And 6 different items. I think that's amazing. And that's why I love Pokemon so much. I mean, it's a fun game, too. I grew up with it. I've been playing since I was 4. 12 years later, I'm single. Yeah, let's see how that worked. But yeah. I think the Pokemon metagame is something I really like, and I'm kind of want to break this down to tiers. I love Little Cup. Little Cup, I think it's a very fast-paced tier. My opinion on Little Cup is, if you ever try to be competitive in Little Cup, it's not something you can be competitive in, because there are people who want to have 100% fun with it, and there are people who realize, hey, if I scarf this, it's probably just going to destroy everything that doesn't have priority. And then I have this to counter its priority. So it's like, it sounds fun, but, you know, it's about having fun with the game, and that's what I really care about. I mean, next you have NFE. NFE, somebody please start, like, talking to me about playing some 5th gen NFE. Because I'm sorry, that seems fun. There are Pokemon there that really get their chance to shine that never did before. And the metagame isn't as, like, diverse. Which, I know that sounds weird, but, I mean, you can use a Charmeleon, you can use a Quilava. They're kind of the same poke in terms of stats. The move pool is different, yes, but it kind of makes it so you can use stuff that you don't normally see. You don't normally see its final evolution. Like, I mean, for example, I never saw anybody use Notch-eared Pichu, and that thing I thought would be amazing in NFE because it gets pan split, it gets all this stuff. You just have to, I don't know, maybe have an imagination. So, NFE, I really think, is just an amazing thing, and it's really fun to work with. NU, personally, NU and Yu-Gi-Oh! In my mind, are just, I don't play them competitive, I do play them. I think they're a very fun tier. I think NU and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are both tiers where they're a little different. I mean, OU, you mainly just see, it's mainly your lead, your backup for the lead in case the lead falls through, your sweeper, your wall, then 2 support for the other 2 pokes. That's pretty much, I know that's 100% wrong. I don't get like, that's not right. That's what I'm trying to say here. But that's pretty much what it is. You know, there's a formula. In NU, after I picked my lead, I'd pick things that, like, I picked bulky choice specs Ampharos. Like, it's like, what? But you can play stuff that you never get to play anymore, and that's what I like about NU. NU can do any type of gameplay very well. Baton pass, rain dance, weather, any form of weather you can do in NU. It might not be the best because it's not, you know, weather just without the auto set's kind of hard to work with, but it's good, and that's what I like. I mean, if you didn't have these tiers, I think there would be some Pokemon that would never see the light of day. Like, I mean, Relican. Let's just talk about that, alright? I mean, I've never seen a Relican used against me unless I was messing around. And it was fun. I mean, it gets freaking, like, it has, like, not solid rock. It has rock head, it has head smash. That thing's gonna fucking put you through a wall. And it might not have rock head. But, oh well. Even if it doesn't. Still, that Relican will put you through a wall. And it expo resists fire. So if you make it bulky, and you have, like, a Scyther or something on your team that's really weak to fire, the thing can wall fire attacks all day, and you're like, oh, why don't you just use a Heat Train? Because Relican's cooler. It's just a Relican. You don't rock the boat, okay? UU, I do think is a much slower tier than all the others. There are the sweepers like Sceptile, Swallow. You know, there are those really fast pokes that can just destroy everything, but when playing NU, UU, I find it's a much slower tier. It's just, I could see myself having a 40-turn UU battle because of things like Registeel, Milotic. There are a couple of, like, Vileplume, Leech Seeders. You know, there are pokes that'll do that. Where the HP will be amazing. You'll have, like, freaking a Leech-seeded Milotic against a Venusaur. The Venusaur can't take down because it's special defensive bulky. And this thing has Sleep, Talk, Rest, Ice Beam, Surf. It's gonna, like, take forever, and it's only gonna come down to who wins out of your PP, if the Ice Beam crits on the Sleep Talk. There's so many factors, which makes you such a stally tier. I mean, yeah, you could technically say, oh, well, OU and NU have that. No, OU has a formula. OU is kind of like, if you don't do things certain, your team's gonna have a major hole, and you might win a couple of battles. You know, but it's gonna get exposed. All the tiers I like that, but OU it's a lot more apparent. Like, I remember I did Monotype. Monotype, obviously your team's gonna have a flaw if you don't fix it with a dual type poke. But even then, you know, you're running a team where unless you have like a Spirit Tomb, you have something that's super effective against every one of your pokes that could come on the other team like nothing. And like, for example, OU, you can watch my match against Map Crimson Cobra. I brought 6 pokes all week to ice. No, 5 pokes. 5 pokes week to ice and a scissor. You know, but it's just how it is. That's just how the metagame is. You can't do that. You will get swept by something. And it'll be because of Ice Beam or Blizzard or something stupid. The other tiers, they're a lot more laid back. I know you're going to be like, oh, well, my UU team could beat your OU team. I've done that, alright? Alright, they're just pokes. The player matters, but I mean, personally, this is just, again, I'm just talking about what I think. And that's another thing. I mentioned Monotype. Play some Monotype. It is ridiculously fun. I advise it. I will thank K1 Run 66 for that battle we had to do. I enjoyed it very much, getting to use a team where I had to stick to one thing. I mean, that's another thing about Pokemon. It's so diverse. You have to find something that can keep entertaining for you. Like, make a theme team. You know, like, I made a Full Metal Alchemist team. I used a Deoxys that I never used before. It's fun. I have no idea where I'm coming in for time here, so I'm going to go, and if this cuts off, I will just, you know, I'll bring it to right here. So, yeah. Alright, this is just in case it cuts off here, just so you know. Alright, so the next topic I kind of want to talk about. I kind of want to talk about what I should be doing around here. I mean, I have a pretty good fan base. I get about 150 views per narrated video, and that's pretty good. I mean, I understand if I don't narrate, my views go down. I've seen that, and it might just be a coincidence, but I've seen that. What more I do? If somebody wants to help me with the concept of getting my recordings done right for a playthrough, I tried to do a yellow playthrough. I had 5 parts recorded. I couldn't figure this out. I know you're like, oh my god, you're such a noob. It's like, no, I just, the screen, and it was just weird. I think I know what I did wrong, but even then, I don't want to do Pokemon. I want some good game options. That's another thing. Thumbs up this video if you want to see me do an Earthbound playthrough. And what I mean is, I will record all my footage, every footage. That might take up 100 gigs right there, because I'm going to record everything I do on Earthbound, and then I'll just narrate. I'll narrate as I'm doing it. And I'll do it over my February vacation, and I'll bring out 5 videos a day, alright? I'll do Earthbound, and we'll do Mother 3. And no, I'm not a Conroy copier. He just showed me 2 really good games. That, or I could do... There has to be some other games. There has to be some other fun games that I could do on a computer emulator. I could do Mega Man X. That is always an option. I need to buy the little thing for my Xbox control so I can connect to my computer though, because I can't play on a keyboard Mega Man X. That would be something. Give me game recommendations, things that are on the SNES, Game Boy, Game Boy Color. I was thinking about doing Final Fantasy 4 actually. But my fear is that's too long of a game, and I don't know it well enough where I can cover everything. Okay, so yeah, YouTube. If you watched all this, thank you. That means you are a very loyal fan, and as in fan, I mean somebody who likes to hear somebody else's ideas, Alright, so yeah, thanks guys. Sorry that this is just a blank screen, but hey, I just wanted to post something. I wanted to get my thoughts out. That's what I do. Okay, so I'll catch you guys later. Peace.